I'm Kerry Newell and I'm here with one of the country's finest chocolatiers, Paul Young.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. And you're going to teach us all we need to know about chocolate. So what are we going to be doing today?
Today's the most important thing with chocolate, tasting it.
Fantastic.
And how to taste it. And it is a little bit like wine tasting. It's a bit of a connoisseur thing, but we don't spit, we eat the
fantastic.
chocolate. It's way too messy.
Okay.
But so this is a bar of 70% dark chocolate. So 70% of this bar is made with cocoa beans.
And is it quite bitter? Because people think that dark chocolate's quite bitter.
Especially 70% and above, people do think it's bitter, and it's not. It shouldn't be.
Okay.
It should be delicate, rounded, and warming. Warming as in the texture and smooth and delicate. So the key thing to look for is the colour.
Yeah.
So you'll notice with this, it isn't too black.
No, it's quite reddish, isn't it?
It is. A lot of cheaper chocolates are very black because they over roast the beans to get flavour.
Okay.
That's the first thing. The second thing is the snap. So when you break it, it should have this really clean snap.
I can hear that.
That's a good quality chocolate, high percentage of cocoa, and it's been treated very well.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by treated very well?
So it's something called tempering. So to get that lovely shine on the chocolate, it's temperature control basically and mixing.
And where do you store chocolate to keep the temperature?
Keep it cool, but not in the fridge. That's the biggest mistake.
That's what my flatmate does. She keeps hers in the fridge.
Never in the fridge. Chocolate hates humidity, moisture, even cold humidity, and it will destroy the chocolate. If you've ever seen chocolate with a haze or a sugar bloom or a grey finish on it, it can be because it's become too cold. So always at room temperature.
Yeah.
There's your piece of chocolate.
Okay.
So first of all, the smell.
Okay.
You're picking out the characteristics, the notes of the cocoa.
Actually.
It is a quite strong cocoa aroma.
Yeah.
So once you've had a smell, pop it on the tongue, break it in the teeth, but don't chew. Let it melt. Chocolate.
So pop it on the tongue.
Yeah. So on. Just break it. Then let it melt. Now, it takes a while, but the flavour should open out. Think about the texture. Now, what we're looking for is the characteristics in the chocolate. So it isn't flavoured with anything, but cocoa beans have up to 400 flavours and tastes in every piece of dark chocolate. So there are lots of things to pick and look for.
It's taken quite a long time to melt.
So the flavour should build up on the palate and it should make your mouth water.
I want to lick my lips, so that's quite good.
What about the texture? This is how we look through. It's kind of a progression of texture, flavour. Very smooth because it's melting at body temperature.
Yep.
And it's the only thing that will melt at body temperature, only food. That's why humans have this affinity with chocolate. It matches all the senses. Sight, smell, taste, sound when we snap it.
It's like I want to chew it because, like with confectionery chocolate, you normally just scoff it in. I'm so used to that, not actually doing.
This doesn't
really
have
enjoying the taste.
Exactly, this doesn't have that amount of sugar, which when people say they're chocoholics, it's the sugar. With this, it's the cocoa. So what are the flavours you're getting? Natural. I mean, I get kind of a woody, earthy flavour from this one. This is a Madagascan 70%.
And the flavours are starting to change.
At the end, you get an aftertaste, and usually that changes quite dramatically. Whether it's spicy, whether it's warming, whether it's quite astringent. Because that depends on the beans. If the beans have been fermented for a long time in the process of making chocolate, you get this astringency. But this one's what we use in winter quite a lot because it's quite mellow and warming.
Yeah, I've nearly coming to the end of my chocolate now. I'm nearly getting there.
Pop that in. I want you to chew that bit because it will open up. So you've tasted it with melting.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you will get lots of benefits from this. I mean, this is good quality fine chocolate, so nothing artificial in there at all. That will open up the flavour in the chocolate.
You get a completely different taste
by
doing it.
It's like eating two separate chocolates.
Completely different.
And this is why when we have people coming into the shop and we teach them about chocolate, we show them that they can have it by melting and enjoying and just enjoying the chocolate to melt. Because when you chew it, you can enjoy it that way as well, but you don't eat as much because it's so robust.
But I must say, I did enjoy the first way of doing it.
I enjoy that more.
Because it's just so many different flavours coming through. It's amazing. Whereas that one, it's just completely different to like confectionery chocolate.
It's eating it too quick. I think
particularly, you're not really.
We do it on our tastings to get the characteristics of the chocolate, but when you're eating dark chocolate, the process is to let it melt, breathe through the nose, identify the things that you like in the chocolate, and that's the basis for then all the other things, whether it's hot chocolate, brownies, truffles, desserts. And that's the best way to enjoy your fine chocolate.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you very much, Paul. I hope that's given you a great insight how to taste chocolate and to eat chocolate properly. And we'll see you again very soon.